Well, good morning, Cypress. Happy Mother's Day. My name is Allison. My husband Andy and I have been a part of Cypress for almost 20 years now. As Eric said, I serve as one of our elders, and Andy's on the board of stewards. We have two kids, Hope and Drew, who are in 6th and 3rd grade. Well, can any of you relate to May-Cember in this video? We laugh because it's so outrageous, yet for many of us, this is the reality we're living right now. And the irony is that Mother's Day is in the middle of it. Many of us are more frazzled than ever during this month. I am in the trenches of motherhood with you. I'm in the crazy, hectic stage of all the elementary and middle school years and all the sports and activities that go with it. And I certainly can relate to May-Cember. We are in the throes of it at my house. If you were here with us last year on Mother's Day, you may remember I spoke then too. I shared my story of losing my mom at a young age and how that shaped my journey into motherhood, which started off with a traumatic yet miraculous birth of our daughter, Hope. It's interesting how the Lord works, asking the gal who lost her mom and has a complicated history with Mother's Day to speak on Mother's Day, not once, but now twice. As I've said before, if this day brings pain for you, I just want you to know that I see you, we see you as a church, and I'm just so grateful that you chose to be with us today. A couple months ago, I was feeling like the Lord was asking me to speak again, but this time to specifically share encouragement to women. One of the things that prompted me to want to share was hearing some recent data from Barna. They're a group that studies churches and church trends, and they recently released some reports that women are leaving the church. I've been saddened to hear this on so many levels, but one of the main reasons is the impact that this can have on the next generation. So often it's women who bring the children to church or volunteer with kids. If women aren't coming to church, you can imagine the effects this can have over generations. The Lord began nudging me along, particularly with one of Pastor Eric's messages regarding doubt. You doubt, so you don't. And I was doubting whether to speak again. I've wrestled with God about this, as Eric was saying, and I'm choosing to trust the Lord and just step out in faith that maybe some of my struggles and challenges are yours too. And hopefully I can offer some encouragement today as I share some of the things that I've been learning along the way. So far, there's no clear data as to why women are leaving the church. Many people are theorizing and starting to have some conversations around this. I have one theory that women are just completely and utterly exhausted. We have so many things on our plate. We're juggling husbands, careers, kids, sports, volunteering, health challenges, sick family members, aging parents, and the list goes on. And that doesn't even consider that you may be walking through a season of grief or loss, which is unbearable with all these other responsibilities. Somewhere along the way, we were told the lie that we can have it all, be everything to everyone, all while looking and feeling amazing. But that's not true. That's a lie. I, like many of you, am in a season of many responsibilities and changes colliding at once. A few months back, I was dealing with some health challenges, and I was at a doctor's appointment. After listing some of my complaints, the doctor looked at me and said, "You're not just tired, you're exhausted." I think I started crying because finally someone saw me in that moment and validated how I was feeling. And if we're being honest, so many of us are tired, living on coffee and just trying to get through the day. And sometimes church is just one more thing on the long list of to-dos. Another theory why women may be leaving the church is they feel like the church doesn't need them anymore. Maybe they've served, given their time and gifts, and they're ready to sit back and enjoy life. Maybe there are feelings that the church doesn't value women in the ways that we can serve or lead. Maybe there's been pain or hurt, and as a result, loss of trust in the church. And like we talked about in our last series, maybe there's doubts about this whole Christianity thing and if going to church really matters. Regardless of what season you're in right now and what questions you may have or what struggles you brought with you, I think we can all agree we could use a little bit more peace in our lives. So today, I hope to offer some encouragement and pass along a few things I feel like the Lord's been teaching me. And while I'm addressing women today due to this recent trend, I think there's lessons for all of us here. So I hope that women and men can both lean in and learn together. The first thing I'm learning is to position myself at the feet of Jesus. Many times I'm quick to run to everyone else about my struggles or concerns before I take them to Jesus. But he's reminded me time and time again to be like Mary and to be at his feet. If you're not familiar, Mary's talked about in the New Testament as one of Jesus' closest friends and followers. She was the sister of Martha and Lazarus. She was often praised for being at Jesus' feet, absorbing his teachings, while her sister Martha was distracted with serving and household tasks. So often, I tend to be more like Martha than Mary. But Jesus keeps reminding me to be still. Let's be the women who cry out to Jesus first. I don't know about you, but there's so many times that I'm desperate for Jesus' help and his strength. I love the idea of breath prayers. Jesus, help. Jesus, I need you. Jesus, take the wheel. Other times, being at his feet looks like spending time in his presence for longer periods, worshiping, reflecting on his goodness. Other times, that looks like reading in the Bible, being in his word. I've been using a Bible app to help me read through the Bible in a year. Already I'm very behind. But recently, I was reading in Numbers, which, by the way, is not my favorite book. I joke that my husband, the tax accountant, probably really likes this book. There's many accounts of generations and numbers that my eyes just kind of glaze over. But I ran across a scripture in Numbers 27 that really stood out to me. So a little background here. Israel had been in the wilderness. They just endured a plague that killed off many of the people. And the Lord asked Moses and Eleazar the priest to take a census. The idea was that the land would be divided according to the different tribes. So Numbers 27, 1 through 5 tells us, the daughters of Zelophehad, who were ultimately descendants of Joseph. The names of the daughters were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. They came forward and they stood before Moses, Eleazar the priest, the leaders, and the whole assembly at the entrance to the tent of meeting. And they said, our father died in the wilderness. He was not among Korah's followers who banded together against the Lord, but he died for his own sin and he left no sons. Why should our father's name disappear from his clan because he had no son? Give us property among our father's relatives. So Moses brought their case before the Lord, and the Lord said to him, what Zelophehad's daughters are saying is right. You must certainly give them property as an inheritance among their father's relatives and give their father's inheritance to them. So as a result, not only were they given this land, but the laws were changed going forward to adhere to this principle. What I find so intriguing about this story is that the women had to ask for the inheritance. They had to be brave and go before the leaders and ask for something that was completely unheard of in their time, the idea of women owning land. They had to go through Moses, the priests, and the leaders, but ultimately their request was to God. And when they asked, he answered. Now, I'm certainly not suggesting that God answers all our prayers the way that we want. Most of us have lived long enough to know that that's just not always the case. However, sometimes we forget to ask. We don't take our struggles and our pain, our desires, our hopes and dreams to him first. So let's be the women who are at his feet, who are asking for him to draw near, to meet us where we are and to guide us. Let's be the women who are in prayer for our children and for the next generation. Matthew 7:7 reminds us, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. When we come to his feet, he meets us there. He gives us the strength that we need. He's not surprised by where he put us or what we're struggling with, but he does want us to bring it to him, and he wants us to ask. The second thing I've been learning is to honor the Sabbath. Historically, Sabbath is a weekly day set apart for rest and worship, modeled after God's own rest on the seventh day of creation. It started off as a full 24-hour period of not working, but it's generally evolved to mean taking time to step out of the usual routine, rest, spend time with family, and worship God. I talked a little bit about this in our elder panel a few weeks ago and what this looks like for our family in this season. But ultimately, what I love about this commandment is that it's really a gift to us. There are so many scriptures and reminders to Sabbath in the Bible. God rested after he created the earth. Jesus rested when he was here on earth. With Jesus, we get to start from a place of rest versus working to achieve it. Isaiah 30:15 tells us, thus says the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest you shall be saved. In quietness and in trust shall be your strength. In today's culture, we can run 24/7, filling our days. As women and mothers, we often feel guilty if we're not continually accomplishing and multitasking. But Jesus tells us a different way. Matthew 11:28-30. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I'm gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I don't know about you, but that sure sounds refreshing. Aren't we all feeling a little weary right now? You don't have to be a mother to feel the pressures of this world. So many of you are caretakers, wives, leaders, workers, nurturers, volunteers, aunts, mentors. We've been giving of ourselves and we're exhausted. So I think today's application of Sabbath can look different for different people and in different seasons. But I love the idea of taking time to rest, to step away from our usual routine, to spend time with Jesus and just replenish our souls. This is a beautiful gift from a God who loves us, and we can choose to embrace it. And we can check our mom guilt at the door. The third thing I'm learning is the importance of leaning into community with other godly women. In a world where we're more connected than ever, sometimes we're left still feeling so alone. Motherhood can certainly leave you feeling alone. If you're taking care of little ones at home, the days can be so long and hard, you wonder if you'll ever have an adult conversation again. In the middle parenting years, you can feel so busy and distracted. You wonder if you'll ever have time to truly connect with friends again. If you're a single mother carrying all the weight on your own, you can certainly feel alone. If you're an empty nester, maybe you're feeling the quiet loneliness of the house. Or maybe you feel alone if you don't have children and you're surrounded by many who do. So often in these times, we hesitate to reach out to those around us for support. We assume everyone else is busy, doesn't have time to listen to our challenges. So we just continue in our struggles alone, never letting anyone else in. But we weren't meant to do this alone. We need each other. We need to see women in the same stage as us. We need to see women ahead of us in the journey, and we need to see women coming up behind us. So let's be encouragers. Let's quit pretending that we have it all together, and let's just lean into each other. We all carry heartache and stress, worries and broken dreams. But we need community, and we need each other. Galatians 6:2 tells us, carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. Hebrews 10:24-25 reminds us, let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another. Again, this may look different in different seasons. Maybe it's reaching out to a friend to meet for coffee. Maybe it's asking someone to watch your kids so you can get a break. Maybe it's offering an encouraging word or note to someone. Sometimes we're the encourager, and other times we need the encouragement. But we all need a godly community surrounding us. The fourth thing I've been learning is just about releasing what isn't mine to hold. I've been on somewhat of a journey of trying to improve my health in a variety of ways. And one devotion I ran across during this time raised the question, what do I need to release? The idea is that sometimes healing comes not in what we can add or what else we can do, but what can we release that is not ours to hold. It may be a relationship, it may be a past hurt, it may be the need to be right, it may be taking on a burden that was never ours to carry. Often for me, it's control. I fool myself into thinking that if I control as much as possible in my little world, everything will be okay. But I've learned I really cannot control much at all. Proverbs 16:9 tells us, a person's heart plans his way, but the Lord determines his steps. God is in control of all of it. He uniquely made each of us for such a time as this. We can let go. We can trust that the God of the universe has us. We don't have to fear. We don't have to figure it all out. We just need to keep showing up in the places God has put us and keep surrendering to him. We can lay all our burdens down at his feet and follow Jesus one day at a time, one step at a time. Finally, I'd like to offer 3 specific groups of women some words of encouragement today. To the mature women in the room, maybe you're in a stage of life where the kids are grown, or maybe you've retired, or you're a grandparent. Please don't throw in the towel. Don't stop giving of yourself to Jesus and the kingdom and the women behind you. We need you. We need your wisdom. We need your support. We need your guidance. This is a time when you get to exude the love of Jesus to those around you. And this very well may be your most exciting chapter yet. Maybe that means pouring into a younger woman mentoring. Maybe it's praying for someone, offering encouraging word. Maybe it's volunteering your time in the church or stepping into a new role of leadership. But whatever it is, please keep showing up. We need you. You're doing important work, and it matters. To the women in the trenches of motherhood, raising kids in your home, don't grow weary. Don't come down. You're raising the next generation of Jesus followers. This is holy work. It's hard, and it's all-encompassing, but this season won't last forever. So let's keep showing up at Jesus' feet. Keep leaning into godly community and rest, and keep trying to find joy in the chaos of it all. And to the women in the younger generation who have a lifetime of possibility ahead of you, I have so much faith and hope in your generation. I think you're going to be the ones to do things differently and quite possibly change the world. But these same principles apply. You have a whole lot of life ahead of you, and these practices are what will allow you to endure and run your race well. So keep seeking Jesus for his plan for your life, and look to the women ahead of you for encouragement. Cypress, I think there's so much good ahead. I'm full of hope for what God wants to do in us and through us. May we be the men and women who are at the feet of Jesus, honoring rest his way, leaning into each other, and releasing what's not ours to hold. And to the men who love and support us, keep championing the women in your life. We need you too. I'd like to leave you with a song that reminds us of God's goodness. He's the promise keeper, and his word will never fail. Let's cling to that hope today as he meets us where we are. We can trust him. Our stories are still unfolding, but he's already worked all things out.
Covenant unbroken, you made it known to history. Your love will never be unfaithful. Never walk out on me. Never walk out on me. I have no reason to doubt you. You'll always be. And though the future's still unfolding, with everything I've seen, how could I not believe? You are a promise keeper, your word will never fail. My heart can trust in Jesus, I won't be overwhelmed. My eyes are gonna see miracles and victory. You are a promise keeper, your word will never fail. still unfolding. With everything I've seen, how could I not believe? You are the promise keeper, your word will never fail. My hope can trust in Jesus, I won't be overwhelmed. My eyes are gonna see miracles and victories. You are a promise keeper, your word will never fail. I see your goodness in the land of the living. I see your goodness right here, right now. You know the ending before the beginning. I know that you have worked all things out. I see your goodness in the land of the living. I see your goodness right here, right now. You know the ending before the beginning. I know that you have. Let's stand and sing Promise Keepers together. Join in with us. You are a promise keeper, your word will never fail. My heart can trust you, Jesus, I won't be overwhelmed. My eyes are gonna see miracles and victories. You are a promise keeper, your word will never fail. I see your goodness, land of the living. I see your goodness right here, right now. You know the ending before the beginning. I know that you have worked all things out. I see your goodness in the land of the living. I see your goodness right here, right now. You know the ending before the beginning. I know that you have worked all things out.
Can we just express our appreciation for Allison one more time? I just so appreciate the words that she shared, really, truly words that she felt God had put on her heart to share with all of us today. And what a timely reminder in this season that I know all of us are in, where it's just this invitation before we go to anything or anyone else, just to sit at the feet of Jesus, to soak in his teachings, to be encouraged, to let him speak life into us, to seek moments of rest where we can find that margin to just Sabbath, as she talked about. We need that, all of us, to surround ourselves with community. I mean, this is what we have right here, and we all need that. I mean, this is not a journey that we take alone, but with one another, and to let go of those things that we never should have picked up in the first place, as a way of saying, I will trust you, Jesus. I will not be overwhelmed because you've got this. I never should have taken it. So I just know and believe that we all needed that word today, and I hope that you take that with you as some encouragement, whether you're a mom or not. I mean, this is for all of us. But since it is Mother's Day, we did prepare we got some muffins. Okay, so if you didn't get here in time to enjoy muffins with mom, I think we may still have a few left over. So please grab some on your way out. That's for everyone. That's an invitation for everyone, especially for those who are here with the mom. Sit down, enjoy a muffin with mom, and wherever you go from here, I just invite you to have just a wonderful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. Enjoy your week, and then we'll see you right back here next Sunday as we continue in our series called Back to the Mountain. We're looking forward to that. So have a great day, and we'll see you soon.